So let's talk about consistency. It's that magic thing that turns what we want to do into what we've actually done. It's the bridge between our biggest goals and our real life achievements. But man, actually crossing that bridge, that's where so many of us get stuck. So today, we're going to figure out why, and more importantly, what to do about it. Okay, be honest. Does this sound familiar? You get a new idea, you're totally fired up. A new workout plan, learning an instrument, whatever it is. And for the first few days, you're unstoppable. But then, a week later, that fire is gone. You're right back where you started. Yeah, if you've ever felt that, you're in exactly the right place. And here's the big secret, the thing most of us get wrong. This isn't about you being lazy or not having enough willpower. The problem isn't a lack of motivation. The problem is you're trying to run on motivation. And motivation? It's an emotion. It comes and goes. What you really need is a system. And that's exactly what we're going to build. But before we can build that system, we have to play detective for a minute. We need to understand the problem inside and out. Why is it so darn hard to stick with things? Why do we keep falling into this trap of starting and stopping? Well, it usually boils down to three big reasons. First up, like we said, you're relying on motivation. Think of motivation like a shot of espresso. It's a great kickstart, right? Gets you going, but it's not going to fuel you for the whole day. It wears off. If your whole plan depends on you feeling like doing something, well, that plan is built to fail. You need something that works even on the days you feel tired, bored, or just plain meh. This one's a classic. You decide you're going to get fit and you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to run 5 miles every single morning starting tomorrow. And maybe you do it on day 1. But by day 2, you are sore, you're exhausted, and the thought of doing it again just makes you want to hide under the covers. Going from 0 to 100 is the fastest way to burn out and give up. And finally, there's the perfectionism trap. You're doing great, you've gone to the gym 3 days in a row, and then on the 4th day, you miss it. And that little voice in your head goes, "Welp, you blew it. The streak is broken. Might as well just quit." This all-or-nothing thinking is so destructive because consistency isn't about being perfect. It's about getting back up after you stumble. Okay, so those are the traps. We see them, we get them. Now, let's talk about the solution. And honestly, this next idea, this is the real game changer. It's a total shift in how you even think about your goals. This right here, this is it. This is the question that changes everything. We are so used to focusing on the outcome. We ask, what do I want to achieve? But what we need to do is flip that around and focus on the identity. The question isn't, what do I want? The question is, who do I want to become? Just look at the difference in these two columns. It's subtle, but it's everything. I want to run a marathon is a temporary goal. Once it's done, it's done. But when you say, I am a runner, well, what do runners do? They run. It's part of who you are. Every time you lace up your shoes, you're not just working toward a finish line. You're casting a vote for the person you want to be. Your actions start reinforcing that identity, and suddenly, consistency feels natural. So, you've made that mental shift. You've decided who you want to become. Awesome. But how do you actually do it? How do you support that new identity every single day? Okay, let's open up the practical toolkit. First things first, forget about huge transformations overnight. It's not going to happen. The goal here is so much simpler. Just get 1% better every day. That's it. It's all about making progress so small, so manageable that you literally can't say no. We're not trying to be perfect. We're just trying to show up. And the best way to do this is with something called the 2-minute rule. The idea is to shrink any new habit down until it takes less than 2 minutes to start. So write a book? Whoa, that's huge. But what about write one sentence? Anyone can do that. Go for a run? Sounds like a lot of effort. But put on my running shoes? Easy. The secret is that starting is the hardest part. Once you're moving, momentum takes over. Next, you have to realize that your environment is your silent partner. It's either helping you or hurting you, so design it to help. Make the good habits easy and obvious. If you want to work out, lay your gym clothes out the night before. Want to drink more water? Put a bottle right on your desk. Want to practice guitar? Don't hide it in the closet. Leave it right in the middle of the room. Reduce the friction. Now, this might be the most important rule of all. Let's be real. Life happens. You are going to miss a day. It's inevitable. And that's okay. But here's the rule. Never miss twice. Why? Because missing once is an accident, but missing twice Uh-oh, that's the start of a new negative habit. That's you telling yourself it's okay to quit. The goal isn't perfection, it's to get back on the horse immediately. So, how do we make sure we can do that? Since we know we're going to face setbacks, we need to build a system that's basically failure proof. This isn't about trying to avoid every mistake. It's about building the resilience to bounce back super fast. Here are 3 quick strategies to build that resilience muscle. First, plan for failure. Decide in advance what you'll do when you slip up. Second, get some accountability. Tell a friend what you're doing. It's amazing how much that helps. And third, make it rewarding. Maybe you only get to listen to your favorite podcast when you're on your daily walk. You start to crave the habit because it's linked to something you love. All right, we've gone through the why and the how. Theory time is over. Now it is go time. Let's wrap this all up with a simple challenge you can start literally right now. This is your blueprint. It's that simple. First, just pick one thing. Don't try to change your whole life at once. Second, use that 2-minute rule to make it ridiculously easy to start. Third, track it. Put an X on a calendar. Fourth, celebrate those small wins. And fifth, what's the golden rule? If you miss a day, just make sure you show up the next one. Never miss twice. And that's really what it all comes down to. Consistency isn't about these huge, heroic efforts. It's about the small, quiet discipline of just showing up, especially on the days you don't feel like it. It's those tiny, daily steps that add up over time to create massive, life-changing results. So the only question left is, what's your one habit going to be? Start today.